Technology is advancing every day, and some companies want to take advantage of things like microchips. But a new law in effect today says employers can't force Hoosiers to get microchipped. Fox 55's Caleb Saylor is live to explain the law and why it's in place. Caleb. Yeah, I gotta be honest, when I saw the list of laws that went into effect today and I saw the microchipping one, I couldn't quite understand why this was even a topic of discussion. But after speaking with one of the co-authors of the bill today, he says the law is in effect to protect your privacy. Technology can make our lives easier. Cell phones are now computers, and computers can connect us to virtually anyone in the world. Microchip technology has advanced so much that people are getting them implanted under their skin. Indiana State Representative Bob Morris was the co-author of a bill that says Indiana companies cannot require employees to get one, like some companies are allowed to do throughout the country.
There are other states where employers have microchipped their employees. In the state of Indiana, that'll never happen as far as, contingency unemployment.
A few people I talked to thought getting a microchip is a good idea, but most people, like Ednesia Burton and Jennifer Redner, say no thanks.
I feel like it's weird. I would not get a microchip inserted in me because I just feel like,
All right. Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash, and double honor unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the sincere brothers that's doing the will of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, I wanted to do a quick video. As you can see and as you heard, out there in Indiana, they're microchipping their employees. All right, but the state is against making it mandatory right now, because we know that according to the Bible, in the near future, microchips are going to be made mandatory. All right, and the microchip, which we know that according to the Bible, the microchip is indeed a fact, the mark of the beast. That's mentioned in Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse. Okay. And the same thing is happening in Detroit. The brothers out there in Detroit, they did a video on it. All right, they're passing laws about microchipping their employees out there. Yeah, they don't want to make it mandatory. They want to keep it voluntary. But however, the microchip is here. All right, and in other states, as the man said, in other states, certain companies from other states, they mandate the microchip in their workforce. So if you want to work at a certain job in another state, you have to get the microchip. All right. Yeah, man. So these are the signs of the times, man. All right. The times of what? The time of the end of the so-called white man's kingdom, which the so-called white man is Esau, Edom, according to the Bible. All right. And this is all indeed the agenda of the elites of this society, which are Edomites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. All right. So, like I said, let's get the scriptures. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Yeah, the word woe means destruction, lamentation unto them. And who's the them? That's the Edomites, because they're the ones that's in power right now. It's the Edomites that are in power. The scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, and the people are mourning because the wicked beareth rule right now. All right. Just look at what you see. Look at what you got going on right now. All right. They talking about this second wave of coronavirus. These states that were reopening these businesses and beaches and parks and gyms and public places, they're forced to be shut down again. All right. People looking forward to this NBA season, in which they might shut that down, because the NBA season is supposed to be coming back later this year. All right. Restaurants are being shut down. And like the apostles said in their video, all right, by them shutting down these restaurants, that's going to lead to famines. That's going to contribute to the famine that's coming. That's prophesied in the Bible. All right, it's already been meat shortages, farm production on a decline. And they're blaming this coronavirus on they're blaming the economic collapse on the coronavirus. Okay? So it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Yeah, these unrighteous decrees. What is the reason why we need microchips? Why do they want to microchip people? They claim it's for our protection, but really it's for their control, because the elites of this society, which are the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the chief house of Esau, they have a godlike complex. They want to be like the Most High. Okay? And they have all the riches. They have all the substance, the lands, and they're still not satisfied. All right? They want to defile the earth. They want to destroy the children of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American. There's agendas against you to exterminate you, man. Rex 84, Agenda 21. And so forth and so on, man. It says, and right grievousness which they have prescribed. Yeah, these draconian laws. The Patriot Act. Deeming everybody as potential terrorists here in America. All right. Verse 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. All right. Yeah, they turn aside the needy from judgment. All right. We're not receiving justice here. All right. Our people are oppressed, and they've been oppressed. Our people are constantly being killed in the streets by Edomites, by themselves. We're being thrown into jails for a lot of times for things we didn't do. Okay? And that's why the scripture right here says, woe to them. Because the Most High is going to bring judgment upon these nations, especially the Edomites. So I'll get the last scripture. I don't want to make this video too long. All right? I'm going to Revelation 13, verse 16. And he calls up all, and that he that's causing all people is the so-called white man, the Edomites. All right, beginning with the elites, the so-called Illuminati. It says, and he calls up all, both small and great, rich and poor. So it don't matter your status, whether you're rich or poor. You know, you could be in any age bracket. It says free and bond. You could be in prison. You can be free. It says to receive a mark, which, let's look up that word mark. The word mark in the Greek, because the scriptures are translated from the Hebrew and the Greek into the English. All right, especially the New Testament deals with the Greek. So the word for mark in the Greek is charagma, which deals with a stamp, an imprinted mark. Like it says right here in the second definition, thing carved, a sculpture. Yeah, so it's a thing that's being carved into you. Just like if a person gets a tattoo, the tattoo artist has to carve a needle in your flesh. And as you see people that deal with the process of getting a microchip, they have to have it implanted into them through a cutting in the flesh. Okay? So that's how we know it's talking about the microchip. All right? And the root word for charagma is karax, which is a pale or stake. All right? And what is that? That is a tool that is used to be inserted into another object, such as a fence. The bottom end of a fence is a stake. All right? That's digged into the dirt. Okay? And what is that? That is a tool that is used to be inserted into another object, such as a fence. The bottom end of a fence is a stake. All right? That's digged into the dirt. Okay? And what is that? That is a tool that is used to be inserted into another object, such as a fence. The bottom end of a fence is a stake. All right? That's digged into the dirt. So it's the same process with the chip. The chip has to be, your skin has to be dug into and has to be implanted into you. As you see people that have the microchip, the process that they had to deal with to get the microchip into them. They had to get it inserted through having their flesh open up. That's how we know it's the mark. That's how we know that the microchip is the mark of the beast. Okay? It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, which is the RFID microchip. So you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell. That's another reason why we know that this is the microchip. Because you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell without the microchip. Because right now, the dollar is on its way out. That's why they're pushing this second wave. Because there is no healing for the United States, the US dollar. All right, it's a currency with no value. It's not really backed by any real precious substance, and nations are dropping it, and their debt level has risen to the point that it's getting harder and harder to quantitative ease and bail out these banks and large companies. All right, so they're these elites, these Edomites, they're on borrowed time right now, and that's why the scriptures say what. They're going to come down with that great wrath because they know that they have a short time. All right? It says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. All right? And that's dealing with the universal product code, the barcode system that we use to scan goods and pay for goods. All right, that product number within that barcode is 666. So we know that this is dealing with, this time that we in now, because the way that you're gonna pay for your goods, and the way you're gonna eat, that they're gonna push to you. I'm talking about the elites and the United States government. If you want to eat, you're gonna have to comply with the New World Order, i.e., you have to get the microchip. Okay, so let's get the judgment for receiving the microchip, because according to the Bible and according to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, you are not supposed to get that microchip if you're a Hebrew Israelite. All right, and the elect, they're not going to take that microchip. All right. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them. Salakim, read again. Revelation 14, 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, and the beast is dealing with this power structure. This power structure goes back to NATO and the EU, which America is a part of NATO, and one of the EU members, Great Britain, America was funded by Great Britain. All right? It was founded by Great Britain, I should say. Okay? Great Britain, they just left the EU. All right? Now that's prophecy right there. This kingdom is being divided. All right? So it says, if any man worship the beast and his image, which is the New World Order, all right? And part of you worshiping his image is receiving that microchip. Because basically what you're doing is you're becoming a eternal and perpetual slave onto the central bankers, which are the elites of the society. You're denouncing the Most High as you being an Israelite. You're denouncing the Lord completely, and you're giving over your soul unto the elites, so that you can be a perpetual slave unto them, and they can know your every move. Because they're already tracking us. The FBI, the NSA, the CIA, all these different organizations that they have to track people. Google, all right, they're already tracking people, but they want to take it up a step further because they want to be like the Most High. They want to know where you are exactly at every time. They want to know they want to know what your dreams are about. They want to know how much you're spending, how much money you're spending, all right? Because they want to be like the Most High. We can't hide secrets from the Most High. That's why scriptures say they are wiser than Daniel. All right, there is no secret that we can hide from them because they're tracking everything, man. They got surveillance everywhere, but now they wanna surveillance you by putting this microchip in you, man. But it says, and receive his mark in his right hand or his forehead. Excuse me, and received his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right, so that's the judgment for taking the RFID microchip. You're gonna be destroyed by fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of Yahushai, which is the Lamb. Okay? But he ain't coming back as a lamb. Because when Yahushua returns, he's going to come back and slaughter all of those that are not a part of the elect of the nation of Israel. And enslave those that are not a part of the elect of the nation of Israel. That are not Israelites, that is. Because the Israelites in the kingdom, they're going to be rulers. All right? They're going to be the next rulers. The 2/3, they're going to have to come back in the kingdom. Okay? And like the video I just played in the beginning, and all this information that's coming out about the RFID microchip, that lets you know that, beginning with our apostles, elders, great millstone, their elders, the doctrine that we've been teaching and warning the people about, the prophecies that we've been warning the people about, all right, this is the truth. This is the 100% truth, and it cannot be denied. And any of you camps out there that's teaching falsely, saying that the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast, we know that you sold out. All right? And the ones of you that didn't sell out, you better repent. All right? So with that, I hope this is edifying. And with that, shalom.